What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Yo, man, Keith Thurman been getting a lot of motherfucking hate out here lately. It's kind of undeserving too. I got a feeling he might come in there and fuck Pacquiao up. If he got the ability to. You know, I used to be a big Keith Thurman fan. I'm still a Keith Thurman fan. He just haven't been fighting. You know, uh, but I'm gonna take his word for when he says the injuries. But it don't really matter why. The bottom line is he hadn't been fighting, and I think he done lost a whole lot of fans and a whole lot of respect in the boxing community behind that. The fight with Jose Cito Lopez, I didn't really particularly like how he looked in that fight, but at the same time, people ain't giving Jose Cito Lopez his true respect. Lopez is a damn good fighter. I liked Lopez before he fought Keith Thurman. I've seen at least 10, 15, at least 10 fights, probably more than that. Jose Cito Lopez, and the man is a warrior. I mean, he done lost some fights, true enough, but he lost to great fighters. He wasn't losing to. It's not like he was losing to like B and C level fighters. Andre Berto and Keith Thurman, and I mean, it's been people on that level Canelo. I mean, Jose Cito Lopez been in the ring with some real fighters. I think some of these other dudes had they fought Canelo, Keith Thurman, and some of these people, Andre Berto, some of the people Lopez fought, they probably would have an L or two on their record too. So I always knew. I mean, it's put like this. That's as close to a big fight as you can take and be calling that shit a tune-up. That goes to show you how much confidence Keith have in himself, because Jose Cito Lopez is a legitimate contender in my opinion. You know, uh, he can contend, and anybody who go in the ring, if you ain't on point, Jose Cito Lopez will not only beat you but knock you the fuck out. The man fight aggressive. And so we all may have judged Keith a little too harshly on that fight. And have he been looking good in sparring? The part I saw so far, no, not so much. But Floyd, Muhammad Ali, a lot of great fighters. Sparring. Don't get me wrong, sparring is important, and I'm thinking fighters take it serious. But you gonna have good man. From what I've been told, and my sons used to box. Like I said, people have good and bad days in the spar as far as sparring go. I've seen some dudes who I know can fight pretty good. The gym my son boxed at, Vernon Forrest used to train there. O'Neal Bell used to train there. It was a lot of real dudes. Robert Allen, dude who used to fight. Bernard Hopkins, he fought Hopkins 3 4 times. He trained there. It was quite a few pretty decent guys in the gym, and champions in the gym, and I've seen them have days where they look like shit in sparring. So I'm not gonna read too much into that either. But what I will say is I mean, I just don't, like I say, Manny ain't been the old Manny in a long time now, and this ain't no knock on Pacquiao. Pacquiao been fighting, and Pacquiao has always been good, but outside of Lucas Matisse, it was about 9 years since Pacquiao had a knockout, so I know damn well he ain't gonna come in here and knock Keith Thurman out. Well, put like this, I doubt very seriously that he gonna start building a knockout resume up against Keith Thurman. If you look at I mean, like I say, if when I look at it in totality, Manny is a guy that ain't that hard to hit. Thurman punch pretty hard. I don't know. They talking about how Keith gonna do when with Manny punches. Shit, how the fuck is Manny gonna do with Keith punches? Ain't everybody forgot about that. And like I said, I like Pacquiao, but shit, he 40 years old. Bob Arum, the guy who made all the money off of him, hell, he pretty much bagged up. That let you know something right there. Lucas Matisse was way past his prime. When he fought AB, I don't think AB got the same confidence he had a long time ago. So I mean, Keith Thurman, I don't think he none of them dudes. Not even close. I mean, this gonna be a fight like Manny ain't had in a long time. I thought Crawford would have been the one to go ahead and dethrone Manny when he was with Bob Arum, but Bob Arum don't want to see Terrence Crawford be a champ. I ain't gonna say a champion. Don't want him to see him to be no superstar. Apparently, You know, because he could have gave Crawford this Pacquiao fight, but I think this, you know, this might be what it. I don't think Keith gonna retire Pacquiao, but I think this gonna be way different from what a lot of these people saying. I mean, I just don't see Keith going. I mean, the man, like I say, Keith is, you know, he real good with moving, so he ain't gotta just stand there and fight toe to toe. He got power, you know. Hell, he done knocked pretty much all the way. Keith ain't had no knockouts in a while. Damn near everybody at least get knocked down. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking now, Manny been in there with the biggest and best of them. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know, Keith is on that level. You know, he a A fighter. He a A-level fighter. I mean, ain't no doubt about that. I mean, you know, he just been off there. Like I said, a fight with Jose Cito Lopez, that damn show gonna get the ring rust off you. You understand what I'm saying? So the real Keith Thurman will show up on July 20th unless he get an injury or something in his training camp. And you asking me if Keith Thurman at his best at 30 years old against Manny at whatever his best is now at 40 years old, I gotta go with the younger fighter. You know, and plus he's an American fighter. You know, I mean, and I like I say, I'm a Pac. I like Pacquiao. How can you not like Pacquiao? I mean, who don't like Pacquiao? I mean, the man, you know, he gave us great fights, knockouts. I mean, Manny going to handle his business. So he definitely, like I say, it's gonna be a real fight. But I think Keith should be up for this fight, and I think Keith should have the advantage that he's taller, he's bigger. I mean, now Manny might be faster. We have to see when we get in the ring. But from what Danny Garcia saying, said when he fought Keith, he said Keith pretty fast. He said he was more worried about. He said Keith got it was more speed than power. So I mean, Keith is very versatile. He done showed where he can fight many different ways. So I'm not worried about Pacquiao knocking Keith out at all. I mean, if he do that, I'd be completely shocked. Hell, if anybody go get the knockout, I would have to lean towards Keith Thurman in this fight. I mean, you know, the younger, stronger, fresher. Hell, he been off for a while, so you know, he pretty fresh. I mean, that fight with Lopez, he done fought more recently than Pacquiao, because Pacquiao, the Broner fight was before Keith and the Lopez fight. So if anybody would be rustier, it would probably be Manny for this fight. So, you know, I'm you know, because like I said, now I have made some videos where I'm not gonna lie and say, you know, I was concerned because I was concerned if Keith even had passion for fighting anymore. It seemed like once he got married, and it just seemed like it didn't matter to him no more. But you know, it looked like, you know, by him got a strict conditioning trainer and all this other different stuff he implemented in his training camp, just letting you know that he damn sure taking this fight serious. And the skills is already there for Pacquiao and Keith. All these guys that's on the top of their level, the skill is already there. The main thing about it is being in shape. For these A-level fighters, the skill, everybody they skills. I mean, they ain't gonna get that much better in that department. I think what it come down to is conditioning and will. You know, at once you're on this level, you know, as far as, you know, you might need to maybe prepare for like a southpaw or something, a few things differently. But for the main part, Keith is who Keith is. Manny is who he is. Now, it's just about being in shape and being able to be you for the whole 12 rounds if the fight go that far. And I think that's what separate the fighters and your mental ability that's on the A level. Keith and Manny Pacquiao are both A-level fighters. So I gotta take the 30-year-old A-level fighter that's the champion, the super champion over Manny Pacquiao. I don't even know if he got a belt now or anything, but you know, he done lost to Jeff Horn. Although he shouldn't have lost, he should have had it to the point where it was close enough for him to lose. What about that? Do you think Jeff Horn will go 12 rounds with Keith Thurman? I don't. I just don't. He might, but I don't. You seen what Crawford did to him. So that's why I say, I think if Lucas Matisse get in the ring with Keith Thurman, I think he get knocked out too. I think Keith Thurman knocked Lucas Matisse out. If Adrian Broner get in the ring with Keith Thurman, I think Keith Thurman beats Adrian Broner. So Pacquiao recently ain't done nothing. The people that, I mean, he ain't done nothing that just tell me he ain't beat nobody that Keith can't beat as of lately. That's, you know, put like that. So I mean, you know, I can't get all hyped up about them couple of wins Manny had recently in comparison to Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and the big fights that Keith had recently. Sean Porter is better than everybody Manny done fought recently. Danny Garcia is better than all the people Manny has fought recently. So I mean, you know, I hope Keith come out here and show the old Keith one time Thurman is back. I hope he do that. Cause he getting crazy hate out here. Even like I'm hearing boxers, the older boxers, root for Manny. Like Zab Judah and people like that. And it's kind of surprising to me. That they even doing that. But maybe that's what they think. Maybe they never really respected Keith to begin with. Maybe that's what the case is. Cause I mean I do realize Keith do throw them wide punches at times, but all of these younger fighters kind of do that. And then the thing is, if you don't catch him in between them, what difference do it make? But that's the only thing I can see. Maybe they look at, I've seen Keith get a little sloppy in there from time to time, but I've seen him stay on point at A1. Sharp, that boy Carlos Quintana that he beat a long time ago, he knocked out Paul Williams, and Paul Williams was a beast at that time. So like I say, Keith got a decent. Keith done fought a lot of good fighters, in my opinion. Chavez, Quintana, Robert Guerrero, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Jose Cito Lopez, all these are all welterweights he done fought. He got a pretty solid resume, in my opinion. I don't have no problem for Keith been fighting some pretty good fights after he got to a point. The Diaz dude, Joel Diaz brother, I can't think of his name right now. I mean, Keith's been in the ring with some real dudes and handled them. It's just about for me, is his heart still in it? But if his heart's still in it, I would have to go with him over Manny Pacquiao. But that's it on this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. Till next time, Mr. Boy Spill Dog. I'm out.